And Strifa is tormented by his past. I mean, he's been back in the time, right? Together with everything. Strifa, you are divine vessel, so you should know the best. Yeah, this is like the conflict of interests, basically. The castle should not be able to come back before 7. We know how it ended last time. That's not the best idea. And that's not the ideal for him. We are pretty much doing the same. You can do that? Alright, welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of DS irae. So yeah, let's continue the story. The attack on the hospital is happening, and yeah, Tripa is here. So let's see what he has to say and what's his role going to be in this event. So yeah, let's just go, I guess. And yeah, I don't have like much to talk about. So yeah, let's just do it. Yeah, for unknown reason, missing man, Valeria Trifa, the missing man, appeared in this place and stood before her. Yep. Met with Lisa.
ああ、見つかってしまいましたか。さすがにあなたの目はごまかせませんね。ずっと隠れているつもりだったのに。
嘘を言いなさい。あなたが本気で隠れたら誰にも見つけられはしないわよ。
As the priest wore his usual gentle smile, Lisa questioned him with eyes full of suspicion.
それで、一体どういうつもり？
どうとは？
この状況よ。私の助けをするというの？
まあ、そんなところですかね。長い付き合いだ。あなたのことはそれなりにわかる。
The hospital was in a deep slumber, seemingly unaware of the situation out front. Whenever such a sensibility-defying phenomenon happened, it was only reasonable to believe that the extraordinary existence was involved.
私とて弱者を苦しめる趣味はない。老人、子供、そして病人。痛ましいでし。避けて選べぬ犠牲なら、せめて速やかに、かつ慈悲深く。どうしました？やらないのですか？あれを解き放てば、この程度の施設は一瞬でしょう。
Ah.
建物ごと潰してしまえばよろしい。
Okay, so she just is not actually using Kine. Yeah, I guess, okay. I've been like too hasty to thinking that she will use Kine. I forgot that she care about Kine not like getting destroyed basically, and when she's like using him, then he basically slowly falling apart, right? You can say. So yeah, she's trying to do stuff here without using Kine. That's going to prove difficult, I think, because Lisa don't have really any power, right? Outside of like being able to control Kine and possibly like other things, probably with that mask, right? And she can have only one mask, then this is only for Kine. Yeah, we never saw like any other like powers from Lisa. What's even like further degree of Lisa? I just realized we never actually got to see that. Is she the only character we never saw the further degree? I think so. Oh, okay. I just realized that. Huh.
それであなたには黄金の恩恵が約束される。かつての罪を清算できる。違いますかな？
ええ、そうね。
Lisa nodded, but showed no will to make the move. With her eyes fixed on the priest, she stood still as the dense darkness environed her. Trifa sounded a laugh akin to groan.
切ないですね。私は黒煙宅でただ一人。あなたの背信行為に手を貸した男ですよ。ハイドリ卑怯と副首領閣下の目を本当にごまかせたかは全く自信を持てませんが、母たるものの何たるか。あのお方にはわかりますまい。女性としてはひどく劣等ですからね。愛の天秤が必ずしも高きから低きへ流れるとは限らないという事実をご存じない。
Huh.
リザ、我々はそうした意味で同類でしょ 何を警戒しているのです。それはまあ、嫌われて叱るべき真似も何度かしてきましたが、あなたを裏切ったことはないつもりだ。
もういいわ。
As if avoiding any further dialogue with him, Lisa resumed her walk and headed to pass him by. Lisa looks so good.
あなたの言いたいことは分かったから、あとはもう放っておいて。正直見られたくないのよ。
殺人に自己嫌悪ですか？
ええ、笑うでしょ。今更よね。
A rare smile of resignation formed on her cheeks as she continued her penitent what the fuck is this word? Soliloquy?
でも私は昔からそうなのよ。いつも嫌だと思いながらも他の道を選ばない。選べないんじゃない。私はあなたが羨ましいし恐ろしい。あなたは私の理想に近すぎて、見ていると目がつぶれそうになる。あなたみたいにみじんも揺れない強さは欲しい。だけどいらない。私はこの葛藤が大事なものだと思っているから。それを乗り越えてしまったら、きっと本当に人じゃなくなる。
なるほど。
She didn't want to kill, but she had to. She wanted to save them, but she had to cut them down. Lisa Brenner would never choose any other option, but she still wanted to feel the hesitation that came with it. Self-consoling indeed, a definite farce, a rigged game with the outcome already decided. She pardoned her inhuman acts by wallowing in her own guilt. Without a doubt, people would call her line of thought unfair and name her the worst among hypocrites, and she herself would accept it. However,
偽善者には偽善者なりの意地があるのよ。あなたを責めたり疑ったり、人のことを言えた義理じゃないのは自覚してるわ。でもね、バレリア。自分は英語を救われなくてもいいなんて。
ooh, wow.
誰も救えない。
Yeah, and Strifa is tormented by his past. We know that when he had to like pick 10 kids from the orphanage, from his orphanage. Like denying everything. Or like maybe not denying, but he's like self-punishing himself, but also he's kind of discredited that what happened in the past at the same time. This is weird. Like, yeah, it's been mostly in Kasumi Road, this whole thing. Presented like his like thoughts and what he thinks about Rhea and everything. Yeah, it's complicated. Sketching words said as she was about to pass him by. As if he suddenly remembered it, Trifa uttered a certain question.
結局、父親は誰だったのです。
Ooh. Asking about Sonnenkind, I guess. Sonnenkind and Johann, right?
あなたの息子は2人。
Yeah. Is it the same father or two different? And why did she sacrifice gold and save silver?
その葛藤とやら、共に腹を痛めた我が子という点で差異はないのに、一方を黒煙卓の生贄に、もう一方を人として生かそうとした判断基準はどこにある？そんなに似ていたのですか？父親に。怖かったのですか？その血脈が。
Discarding Theresia. I mean, if Sonnenkind is like son of Heldrich from Reinhardt, then Area basically is the descendant of Reinhardt, right? Technically. So Kasumi should maybe it's like descendant of like Mercurius or something. I guess like she had like two different fathers, like they have like two different like fathers in lines, right? I think. Oh shit, she actually attacked him because of that question? Okay. Lisa sprang to turn around, and with a whip-like motion, threw her hands toward the priest's face.
答えていただきたい。私にもひどく重要なことなのです。
Trifa caught the vicious slap and coldly looked down into Lisa's enraged eyes. He continued speaking, dispassionately and without intonation, but there was something in his words that made any resistance futile.
増年金と第一世。
Yeah?
あの日ベルリンを生贄に
Yeah.
城を創造したのはイザーク。すなわちテレジアの祖父であり、あなたの息子だ。
Yeah.
では父親は一体誰？
Yeah, that was never precise. I would assume that Rhea family is from Reinhardt and Kasumi is from Mercurius. I would assume. Because we had like Golden and Ziben. Not Ziben. Silber? Yeah.
リザ、あなたには夫がいたが、あの副首領閣下までが絡んだ優生学研究の集大成が馬の骨の種であるなどありえない話でしょう。皆それが気になっていたし、おのおの想像はしていたはずだ。
Yeah.
ヒムラー教か、ゲッペルス教か、あるいはヘス教？それとも総統閣下ご本人？太陽の子を名乗るなら、帝国の中枢に至る血が必要だとは思いませんかね。
Yeah, he's assuming like normal people, basically, because he don't expect, basically, like godlike figures like Reinhardt and Mercurius to actually get with a human, right? If you think about this, because they're like above everything. So he don't even like take this into consideration, I think.
あなたにそれが
The rage that gave her shivers stopped the very next moment.
ですから関係あるのですよ。なぜ私はこんなにもテレジアを愛しているのだろうかと。
Yeah.
理屈ではなく、魂があの子を守れと命じ、
Mm-hmm.
不正とはそういうものなのかもしれませんが、リザ、これは本当に私の愛と言えるのでしょうか。
Is it possible that like Tripa is
から来て
like father or something, like actual father for Rhea? I mean, he's been back in the time, right? Together with everything. In World War II when the Lebenschildren and Isaac happened and everything, so... Why he don't even consider himself as a father? It depends if something happened between them actually, but if something did happen between them, then he could consider himself that maybe I am father.
もしかしたら生産杯はこれを封じるためのものなので。
Seal this away. What do you mean this? So Divine Vessel is you. So you're talking about yourself right now? Interesting. Dreadful thoughts passed through Lisa's mind and made her force herself out of its grip. Then with a few steps of distance between them, Lisa looked up to meet the priest's emotionless gaze.
仮に
A word used for hypothetical scenarios, such as his.
仮にあなたの想像通りだったとして、だから一体どうだというのよ。
Purpose of Divine Vessel was to seal this away. But Trifa, you are Divine Vessel, so you should know the best. Right? To seal what?
あなたの中に愛なんかない。それを証明できたら嬉しいの。
Like to seal like love? Seal the feeling for Rhea or something?
さて、 しかし試したくはありますね。
何よ。
ですから愛を。
Yeah, so this is pretty much the very similar situation that we had in Kasumi Road. He's questioning his love to Lisa and Rhea right now. Maybe he is actually father for Rhea and like somehow having body of Reinhardt is like stealing away his memories or something. Though his words were aloof, Trifa didn't bother to hide the joy building up within him.
私がテレジアに抱く思い。これがまこと。己のものなら、彼女以外を切り捨てられるはずだ。そしてヨシンバ。
Yeah.
借り物であったとしても、
Pretty much the same as Kasumi wrote.
変える方法
He said exactly the same things. So Lisa's going to die, okay. After going silent, to make sure Lisa was giving him enough attention, he spoke the cursed truth.
あなたが逃がし、母として幸せを願ったもう一人の増年金と、ヨハンの血脈もこのシャンバラに存在する。
Johan, the descendant kid, the one you listened hopefully produced offspring within this Shambhala. So in the city. Well, Ren is made by Mercurius, so he's like, well, his memory is like from outside the city and everything. Like, we can say definitely that Ren is not like Johan descendant, but basically he's talking about Kasumi. Okay, we have this pretty much established. So we're talking about Kasumi, like definitely. They were in the palm of the devil, ridiculous of. They were in the palm of a devil, ridiculing all of creation. Lisa gave up on being called a mother and holding her dear son in her hands just so he could lead a normal life. Her whole existence was riddled with hypocrisy and guilt, and Johan's salvation was the one thing she considered a success to be proud of. And yet, she failed to take him outside the boundaries of Carcraft, all binding Ars Magna.
本来、あなたに教えるつもりはありませんでしたがね。
Yeah, so, yeah, basically this is Kasumi, because he already knew about this, Lisa just is not aware of that, and he's just like telling her the truth now. This is something that we already know. With unexaggerated and heartfelt sympathy, Trifa called her by her allies, as if punishing the great horde that sowed the seeds of vice into the world.
私はそちらを捧げることで、テレジアへの愛が己のものであると証明する。
Yeah. Okay.
なぜなら、元は双子ですからね。同じ我が子の片方は殺し、片方は生かすなど、およそ人の所業ではない。ここにへばりついているやもしれぬ父親の情？私がそんなものに引きずられているわけではないと、ヨハンの血を断つことでしか実感することができるのですよ。
Huh?
早言わずともわかりますね。
Yeah.
それが誰かは。
The problem is, Trifa, that capturing Kasumi is death sentence. Basically in this game. She grasped the meaning of his words and understood. She realized she could neither run nor let him go. Once again, Lisa became aware she couldn't back out of this, and thus... Okay, hello? Lisa? Darkness concerned and weird within her hand, until it gained density and took up a form of her weapon. It was a mask, glistening with blackened blood and made of thousands upon thousands of human skins, all of them from infants. Ooh! Okay, we have more description of her weapon. Oh, that's disgusting. Holy shit. Okay, so she don't need this mask to be attached to kind 24/7, unless she can just produce them. Are we going to see her for the degree and going all out against Trifa now? She's not that strong though, without any summons or minions, so I don't see much hope for her, but still that will be probably awesome, so let's go. Much like the sacred shroud of Turin that displayed the face of the saint, it was a meditated death mask, binding the death to the world of the living.
Pallida morus. それを出してどうするのです。まさか私に。
黙りなさい。
Her sharp voice sighs the air as she hastily built up her resolution.
させない。絶対にそんなこと。あの子は生かすと私は決めたの。
では、テレジアは死ねとおっしゃる？
Yeah, this is like the conflict of interests, basically. Lisa wants Johann Bloodline to be alive, because she wanted him to be alive, and she despite Solenkind father, right? I mean, like, they are siblings, they should both have the same father, right? Unless they are siblings from different fathers. Like I said. Might be. But still. This is like conflict of interest. He wants Rhea to leave and Lisa wants Kasumi to leave. It was heart-wrenching. But she was unable to save everyone and had to make a choice. The decision completely tore her apart once. And she came too far to change it now. If she did, her 6 decades would become meaningless.
あなたなんかに、自分の気持ちが誰のものかもわからないあなたなんかに、私を否定させはしない。
Good point.
自分が強くなるためだけに、怪物の体を受け入れたあなたなんかに。
Hell yeah.
それはあなたも同じでしょう。結局、最初の問いが図星ですか。イザークは父親に似すぎていたから愛せない。ヨハンは出来損ないだから愛せたと。
Okay.
俗ですね。実に素晴らしき醜さだ。あなたはバビロン。やはりテレジアの母としてふさわしくない。いや、そもそも最初から女であっても母ではなかったという。産んで捨てるだけならば。そこらのメス犬でも可能なことだ。
Wow, wow. Oh, she actually... Okay, so... She just can summon kind from this mask. Okay. That makes, I guess, sense. Yeah. So she can, like, summon him whenever she wants. Okay. A loud voice drowned out of vilification and summoned the corpse warrior. Donning the mask and wielded pure violence. An amalgam of destruction and death stood before Trifa. And yet he responded with a disinterested, disappointed and irritated voice. Fit for someone shooing away a common mosquito. Trifa height edged towards 2 meters. But even he paled in comparison to the humanoid beast, whose ominous majesty was reminiscent of a wicked god effigy. Kind unyielding muscles and deathly pale skin under which no blood would flow, were both ghastly and menacing, representative of the madness within every inch of this gargantuan body. Yeah, pretty much, you are immortal, we know that. The Lamp of Iron raised his suppressed the priest's own sizzleable shape, but he didn't even flinch and continued to stand like the withered branch the wind could not sway. With one distinct aura of absolute supremacy around him, he was the image of a parent grown tired of a child's tomfoolery. Having an almost resigned sigh, he spoke. Yep, pretty much. That will happen anyway. Wow.
親に見限られるこの嘆きなど 私は二度と見たくないのだ。
Yep, you did have an orphanage.
一番壊れているのはあなたよ。
And so, crumbled 10 odd years family loosened height and a single girl. It was safe to say that the only thing destroyed and shattered by the strike of the lumbering greatsword was their emotional bond. However, all of that aside... Oh, the castle! A certain abnormality was on the verge of entering reality. Oh my god, Reinhardt is coming back? Again? What the fuck? But the castle should not be able to come back before 7. Like, he can like manifest, but to get castle back, we need 7, right? Lisa, Trifa, Ren, and Kay. None of them were aware until the very moment it became apparent. The chills and terror fermenting my body made me look up in the sky in absolute shock. Even while jumping back from Sakurai Fury pursuit, I couldn't ignore what just had happened. Oh, the fourth is open! Oh. But opening hospital, that would be 2 at night. And Trifa don't want this, right? To keep... Oh, okay, we can do maximum 2 at night, I believe he said. So Trifa will be... Sorry, Rhea. Well, shit happens. You will have to deal with pain for now, but yeah, we're opening hospital too. I think that's his, like, mindset right now. User built up within me as my neck started to creak and age. I feel exactly like I did when they took the club and knew I wasn't the only imagining it. Hundreds of souls just getting harvested somewhere within city. I could tell. Okay. Yeah, and it's 2 at night, so Rhea will be in a lot of pain. My panic reached unprecedented heights. Damn it, I had no time for this. I had to hurry after Sister Lisa and stop her. Yeah. She's the least problem you have right now. Her horizontal slash betrayed the sword length and reached me from the distance of almost 10 meters. I barely avoided it by bending myself backwards, but still suffered a cut on my chest. And as such, it could expand, rendering distance completely meaningless. Ren, it's time to boot up your protagonist power. And to learn your third degree. Fire could be neither caught nor cut. I wasn't able to block or attack, so avoiding her onslaught was all I had left. How could I get out of this? Yeah, high possibility. Good point. There was no road when Kasumi would die somewhere in the meantime, so we don't really know what Ren would do. I guess he would go into like path of vengeance and try to fight them only for the vengeance instead of protection, right? I think that would be the case. I clenched my teeth, listening to Sakurai, uttered the very same question in unbefitting cold voice. Okay. He did say something like that. in the beginning when they met first time, before the chopper, basically, when he first met. Her shoulders trembled as she hung her head, silently crackling in my face, mocking it with her very soul. Yeah, because she wants to reunite with Dead pretty much as well. I mean, Kain is still not dead, but yeah. And cursing my existence for ever saying it. Yeah.
こんなのとても正気じゃやってられない。いい君よ、ざまあみろ。あなたも私と同じになる。
This look on her face is so good. Kay is fire. It's so good.
それでどうするの？その時あなたは何を選ぶ？私と一緒に残るスワスチカを開いていく。いいわよ。一緒に頑張りましょう。二人で競争しながら捧げてさ、仲良く並んでハイドリ引き用にお願いしようよ。
Yeah.
大事な人を返してください。
We know how it ended last time. That's not the best idea.
あと4つ開いて黄金連戦を完成させれば、死人だって生き返る。安い取引よ、藤井君。名前も知らないどこかの誰かを1000か2000か殺すだけで、なくしてしまったかけがえのない人を取り戻せる。
Sure, become ein Herrar as well.
それが私の望む奇跡。この町のスワスチカがなす不死の創造。いやおうもない。
Her blade pointed at me. Sakura shouted the motive behind all her killing and fighting. They were deceased people who wanted to resurrect, so she offered blood sacrifices to give birth to that miracle. Hers was an ultimate love, earnest, pure, beyond the measures of the virtue, and impossible for a standard homicidal maniac. Being linked to a villain by a guy who knew nothing of her case probably vexed her to no end. However... Oh, what is happening? Okay, he's just angry, okay. Her overwhelming simplicity made me dizzy. She was an idiot. Foolish beyond measure.
そいつらにも大事な人はいただろうって。綺麗事よ。私にとっての唯一無二はそこらのうぞうむぞうと比べられない。
当たり前だ。
I didn't like the corrective words either. The value of life could be greatly influenced by even the most minor shifts in perspective.
お前自分で言っても気づかないのか。
何を？
She was so saddening and pathetic that I just had to say it. If she treasured and loved those people as much as she claimed, then nothing she could offer would ever balance the scales.
替えがないってことは替えが効かないってことだ、クソバカ。1000か2000かそれっぽっちで戻るもんなんざ安っぽすぎて唯一でも無二でもねえんだよ。
Yep. And yeah, Reinhard is not just going to resurrect people. Yeah, that's not how it works. Kasumi Shiro Himuro Mari and the people Sakurai lost would never and should never be returned in exchange for a price that meager.
釣り合ってたまるか。お前がやってることは舐めてんだよ。ふざけんじゃねえ。
Yeah.
そんなクソくだらねえもんのために俺のものは渡さない。お前はそこらのゴミ山でも漁ってろ。
ゴミ？
My angered voice caught her off guard and momentarily surprised her.
ゴミと言ったの。取り消せ。
ゴミだろうがよ。お前らがひねり殺したエキストラで生き返る命なんか。
Okay. Whenever 1,000 people or 10,000, Sakurai said was a small price to pay. She claimed they were all worthless compared to the dear people she had lost. Thus, a treasure retrieved by an offering of something worthless would be nothing more than that. Wow, this is actually a good line.
人殺しが蘇生だ不死身だのずうずうしい。ゴミくずいくら寄せ集めても黄金になんかなるわけないんだ。お前は安い取引で好きなものの価値を下げてるんだよ。
Yeah.
うるさい。あなたに何がわかる？何もなくしてないくせに、のうのうと今まで生きてきただけのくせに。
The anger became explosion. She transformed into propulsive power. Her face contoured from rage. Sakurai kicked off the ground, the piercing cry. Yeah, he does not. Yes, it's not your road, and you cannot talk. With a violent explosion of emotion, she bursts towards me. Okay, never mind. The commander is here. Great. Hi, Samuel. And instantly, had something crush her. I could neither process nor understand what just happened. Yep. I guess so. Mercury is also as good at talking. Still lying on the ground from the aftertaste of the mysterious pressure that crushed her, Sakurai gazed up in the sky with a look of dread on her face. I followed the direction of her eyes and instantly noticed the irregularity. A magic circle of striking red environed the entire hospital area, radiating with a power great enough to instantly destroy everyone within. Oh, she pulls out the orbital cannon. I know it's not as big as orbital cannon, yes, I know. It just looks to me like that, so I just call it orbital cannon. Because she's technically shooting from like sky, so. And it's huge area. I felt like I was on the palm of a giant. The deep crimson circle embodiment flame itself, but both its heat and wickedness were a dimension beyond that of Sakurai's. I could only link them to Hellfire. Wrong. That was Rubedo. Yeah. She can like open the fifth one just like shooting her gun once. And Trifa will be cut inside and he will be just like, oh, okay. Job done. Sakurai uttered the person's name in a trembling voice. Indeed, that was... Okay, yeah. To all my comrades to join. Okay, so when we open the fifth, then Makina and Scheinber will come back. Yeah, that's bad.
清掃13騎士団国園宅第9位大隊長エレオノーレ・フォン・ビッテンブルグザミエルセンターさあ参れクラフトの落とし子私のローゲでハイドリヒョウへ捧げる刃の切れ味を見てやろう生蔵ならば骨も
So you want to test him before opening the fifth, huh? High above, clad in whirling crimson flames, the incarnation of scorching heat tore a large hole in the air and made her presence known. With a single glance, I could tell her power far exceeded ours. Like Reinhardt, she was an entity more fit for hell itself than the human realm. Could I win against her? Damn it, I couldn't see the slightest chance. Is Mari scared or not? Oh? What's happening? Oh, Trifa just probably got the feeling that Samuel is up. And that's not the ideal for him. Upon noticing the abnormality, Trifa and Lisa sprang away from each other. The giant cadaver stood still between them and abated their fiery intensity. Yeah, he don't like that as well. Well, ceasefire, I guess? His murmur carried a hint of frustration unbefitting his warm nature, but the circumstances made it no less agreeable. I guess like no ceasefire because he can still like, he's still like acting commander at this point, right? So he can kill Lisa and just like make up some shit and just talk to Samuel and she will have to like deal with this anyway, somehow.
ザミエル卿 随分と気が早いではないですか。
Yeah. If all went well as intended, the battalion commanders would only make their advent after the release of the 5th, and when a certain other condition was met. So yeah, after the after like, what would be condition, like Rhea wishing to die, basically, right? Because when she's like not wishing to die, then she's basically sealing away the commanders, which was the case in the first road. By ignoring those factors and forcing it, they could only appear as incomplete shadows of their true selves, just like Reinhardt. Nonetheless, Lady was indeed menacing. Even with most of her power sealed away, she was still beyond the ability of anyone present. Priva did not expect her intrusion, but he gravely underestimated the forces she would bring. Seeing the opportunity, he instantly decided on what to do. Oh, you're really going to like let Lisa go? What the fuck? Okay, this is surprising. I thought like you'll like just kill her and just like make up something. But yeah, okay. She got like orders from Reinhardt, he feels. Okay. Like directly from Reinhardt, and he cannot really disobey this. Every single inch of the hospital area was within Rubedo's grasp. The situation was comparable to having a giant gun barrel picking down from the sky. If she pulled the trigger, both the people and building would become dust. But even if she didn't, escape was impossible. With their lives in Simon's hands, one could only agree it wasn't the time for petty squabbling. Lisa's response was cold and emotionless. She knew this was his propositions always had ulterior motives behind them, so she couldn't just follow them blindly. Yeah, good point. Even under the current circumstances, he had his presence deemed to the minimum. Lisa was the only one currently aware of his existence in the hospital. Lisa wasn't exaggerating when she said that no one could find the priest, should he genuinely wish to remain hidden. After all, he managed to fool even Eleanor, even when she had the whole area in the palm of her hand. Lisa wanted to know his motive.
その奇襲も技も大味な方ですから索敵を得てとしない私としてはそこにつけ込みたいのですよ
Okay.
あなたにとっても私が出て行ったところで駅などないのではないですかあの方は今我々が争っている人物の生死になど興味がない
Yeah, that means Kasumi would die anyway.
誰かが彼女を守らなければならないそうねそしてそれをあなたに任せろと
現状あなたはザミエル教に捕捉されているであれば私がやるしかないでしょうそして私ならば
Yeah.
彼女の方にも
So basically he's saying that Lisa, you know what? You should sacrifice your life so I can save Kasumi. So I can kill her later. What a fucked up situation is that? But he have a point. He's the only one who can survive this. And he's like the only one who's like, he can like snatch Kasumi and just like escape, basically.
どちらの増年金とを使うかという争いは後日改めて決着をつければよいでしょう
利害は一致しているそう言いたいわけね
しかりいかがか
お断りよ
Quick and clear. Lisa discarded his proposal.
彼女を守る者がいるなるほどその通りよあなたは正しい確かにエレオノーレはここにもう一人増年金斗がいると言っても政党が無事なら問題なしと断ずるでしょうそれどころか純度を下げる邪魔者として積極的に処分しかねない 彼女がどういう性格かはあなたより私の方が知っている。
ではどうしてそれほど私が信用ならぬと
Is that even a question, Tripa, at this point? Is that really a question? What kind of question is that?
違うわ。言ったでしょ。あなたは正しい。
ならば
Her unreasonable response made Trifa raise an eyebrow in doubt. He couldn't see why she was being so stubborn when a literal gun was pointing straight at them.
まさかリザあなたは己が手で彼女を救いたいとでも言うのですかそれで何か G のような達成感にでも浸りたいと
Trifa, you are doing pretty much the same. Come on. You are doing pretty much the same. You are trying to save Rhea from her fate, basically, in order to figure out if you actually love her or not. You are pretty much doing the same.
現実を知りなさいあなたが今不用意に動けばザミエル卿は引き金を引くその時残るのは私だけだ
だから
Lisa sighed with resignation, disappointment, and pity she could hide even if she tried. Why couldn't he understand it? Why was he so distorted? He wasn't like this in the past. When she met him, he might have looked undependable and meek beyond complaint, but he was still human. A child of God devoted to his service, often grieving for humanity virtues and wickedness. Oh, she's not aware of the orphanage thing with the 10 kids, right? Then she don't know what changed him. He escaped into the golden divine vessel to overcome that grief, but that might just have been his greatest disaster.
強固すぎる外角をまとったせいでもう人の心は読めないのね
Yeah,
シンク様
pretty much.
昔のあなたが持っていた力それがどれだけ重荷だったかは知らないけどそんな殻にこもっているから中身が腐っていくんでしょう
The inside was festering and inflamed. He might have been aware of it, but the priest he used to be was worn out and crumbled, and the divine vessel was completely empty. Or perhaps filled with the swirling chaos and of boiling rot.
何にせよこういうことよ私もあなたもふさわしくない彼女を守るならそれは藤井君の役なのよ あの子の安全を託すのにだって所詮私たちは殺人でしかことをなせない人でなしでしょ守るなんておこがましいわ
Wow. Okay, Lisa. You're spitting some good lines here.
だから
Oh, what the fuck? What the actual? What the? The next moment, Lisa forced her thumb into her right eye. What the?
あなたはそこでずっとおとなしくしていなさいな
Huh?
目を置いていくから動けばカインに攻撃させる
You can do that? Wait, what? She's literally just checking him with an eye. What? Then there will be inlight. There will be inlight into the giant mask, become a human eyeball. The empty socket in Lisa's face was already being filled with a new eye. What? But it was probably dysfunctional. Okay, so it's like fake eye, okay. She left her eyeball with Kain to act as a surveillance camera. You can do that? Holy shit. She had like remote, like ultimate remote control of Kain. She's going to play like VR game right now. What the hell?
いくらあなたでも戦いながら身を隠すことはできないでしょじゃあねバレリアもしかしたらこれが根性の別れかもしれないけど
Yeah, so he will have to like show himself to... So he have like only two choices. Lose Kasumi or show himself, basically. Right?
待ちなさい
As Lisa turned around and began to make her leave, Trifa spoke to her in a silent voice, void of any anger or frustrations, and unbefitting someone whose movement was sealed. It was peaceful, like that of the caring brother talking to a dear sister.
これでお別れやもしれぬというなら、その名はやめてもらえませんかね。正直、締まりが悪いのですが。
別にいいでしょ。バレリアで十分よ。ハイドリヒ教のアニマに引きずられているあなたなんか、今ここにいる男は藤井君だけ。だから女を助けるのは男の仕事で、そんな彼を助けてあげるのは私の仕事。
Okay, her tone carrying a hint of jest. Lisa started to go up the stairs. She probably planned to impose some of her ideas on Eleanor, but Strifa deemed it a fool errand.
しかしどうでしょうね。
Having been left behind, Strifa began to ponder. Lisa's eye was nested in the mask, providing her with a visual feed of all it saw. Indeed, it rendered him unable to move. He put that aside, however, as something else tugged at his mind.
妙なことを言っていましたね。今ここにいる男は藤井君だけ。
Yeah, she discredited you, yeah.
なぜあなたが頭数に入っている
Oh!
カイン。
That's a good okay, that's a good point, okay. True. I forgot about Kain. I guess I thought like Kain as a zombie, so that's why I did not include him. It was a marionette, that puppet, number 2 of the obsidian table, was but a tool without a self. Thus it could be completely reasonable to not recognize him as a full-fleshed human. But such cold realism was unlike Lisa Brenner. Did she simply forget? Used the wrong words? Or perhaps...
それで正しいのか。
Trifa motionlessly gazed up at the towering giant, silently looking down on him. After which one side of his mouth rose up to distort into a grin.
爪が甘かったですね、リザ。人がいいのも結構ですが、戦場でうっかり本音など口にするべきではない。
Okay?
ああ、どうやら本当にさようならだ。去り際のあなた、背に死神が乗っていましたよ。
With the giant still looking at him, the priest sounded a silent, grieving laugh and bid his comrade goodbye. The darkness that would end at any moment. The two irregularities stared at one each other without even flinching. Huh.
動くなと言ったはずだが、相変わらず人の話を聞かん女だ。
Yep.
まあよい。
And we'll see what will happen with Lisa. Lisa's going to help Ren, right? So it's going to be Ren and Lisa against Eleanor. I wonder how long they will fight before she's going to hit that fire button, basically. Because she is aiming at them, so yeah, there's like no really escape. She can just like test them and they'll just fire it up. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. Thank you everyone for being with me, and leave up a like if you liked the episode, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one. So thanks once again for the Pocket Watch. It's going out.